guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's a vegan month. Yes, July, it's a vegan month. I am going to show you how to make a fast and easy vegan coconut cake. Okay, so I'm going to make this cake for you guys. I hope you like it. So hang on and let's get going. So let's get to this recipe, guys. But first of all, go ahead and subscribe for more want to meet. So now let me take you through the ingredients and the things that you will need to make this coconut cake. Right there I have a cup and a half of all-purpose flour. I'm also going to add some vanilla. I'm going to add some vinegar. I'm also going to put my coconut flakes in here, and I have a half a cup of coconut. I'm also going to use a half a cup of granulated sugar. To that I'm going to add my vegan butter, and that is 3 tablespoons of vegan butter. I'm also going to substitute the eggs for sauce. I'm also going to use 1/4 of a cup of applesauce. Also, you're going to need a half a cup of coconut milk, or if you don't have coconut milk, you could use soy milk. I'm also going to add to that 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And guys, also I'm going to put some almonds on top. When I get done with the dish, I'm going to put a little bit of almond on top to finish it off. And I'm also going to put some more of that coconut flakes on it as well. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to make my frosting. So I'm going to make my vegan frosting to put on this cake. So I will show you all of that. So you're going to get 2 recipes for the price of 1 in this one recipe. So let's get going. Okay guys, the first thing you want to do is you get your cup and a half of all-purpose flour. You put your 2 teaspoons of baking powder in here, as well as your teaspoon of salt, and just give this a little twirl around. Make sure you get all of that mixed in real well. And so we'll move on to our next step. Now guys, we're moving on to our next step. I want to go ahead and add my half cup of granulated sugar in. I'm also going to add my vegan butter in here. That's 3 tablespoons of vegan. I'm going to mash this in. Okay guys, so when I get it to this step, right, the next thing I want to do is go ahead and add my coconut milk. Now, if you don't have coconut milk, like I said before, you could use soy milk as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my applesauce, and that will play its part for the eggs. As you know, I'm not using eggs in this recipe. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm also going to add a tablespoon of white vinegar. So okay guys, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and put my dry ingredients in and just give that a little mix. Okay guys, so when it gets to that consistency, you want to go ahead and put your coconut flakes in and mix this around. Okay, so that's it right there. I'm going to go ahead and get this ready for baking. Okay guys, now this is the time when you want to go ahead and get your oven should be already on, and you're going to put it at 350. This thing is going to bake within 30 to 35 minutes. So right here I have my pan, my baking pan, and I coated it with, you could use butter, or you could use cooking spray, or you could even use vegetable shortening to base your pan. So all I'm going to do here is go ahead and add my mixture in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put this in my oven, and within 35 minutes I will come back. This thing is gonna be all done. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I'm gonna make my frosting for this cake. So I will see you back. You will need 1/4 of a cup of vegan butter, 1/4 of a cup of vegetable shortening. Okay, you're also going to need a tablespoon of milk. You're also going to need your coconut. I'm going to put the coconut in there because I'm making coconut cake. But if you don't want to put the coconut, don't put the coconut. But for this recipe, I'm going to put coconut into my frosting. I'm also going to use 1 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. So let's get going. Okay guys, so once your cake is done baking, you're gonna let it sit until cool, and then we'll come back to the next step. Okay guys, now that the cake is nice and cool, it's time to go ahead and give it that little extra decor. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that vegan cream like topping that I made, and that is so perfect. I think my daughter's gonna love this. I still think I want to go ahead and make this a little bit more fancy. I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of that coconut. Even though I already had coconut inside and into the frosting, I'm still going to go ahead and drizzle a little more of that coconut on top. I'm also going to go in and put a little bit of that almond on top of it as well, my almond nuts. This looks so good. Just get that almond all up in there, baby. Oh yeah. And yet, even better, I have a few people that I want to impress when them come over. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to even go in and add some cherries into this thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my cherry on top. Last but not least, sprinkle a little bit of that caramel right on top of my cake, just like so. And there you have it guys, I am all done. I am all done. See how moist that thing is? It's so nice and fluffy. See that? That is the way you want to have your cake, nice and moist right there for you. I hope you guys love this recipe. Go ahead, like, subscribe, let me know what you like to see me cook in my kitchen next, and as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy. I'm gonna let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, it's time for eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.